America's middle class had its highest earning year ever in 2016, the U.S. Census Bureau reported Tuesday. Median household income in America was $59,039 last year, surpassing the previous record of $58,655 set in 1999, the Census Bureau said. The figure is adjusted for inflation and is one of the most closely watched indicators of how the middle class is faring financially, as the census surveys nearly 100,000 homes. The census said the uptick in earnings occurred because so many people found full-time jobs, or better-paying jobs, last year. America's poverty rate fell to 12.7%, the lowest since 2007, the year before the financial crisis hit. The percent of Americans without health insurance for the entire year also dropped in 2016 to just 8.8%, the lowest ever, largely thanks to expanding coverage under the Affordable Care Act. Today's census report is unambiguously good news, on income, on poverty and on health insurance, said Bob Greenstein, founder and president of the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, a left-leaning think tank. Economists hailed the news as evidence the recovery is finally taking hold after years of frustration for the middle class, which watched the stock market soar while the average American's income barely budged. Donald Trump tapped into this anger in the 2016 campaign, often saying people were no better off economically than they were in 2000. Almost everyone saw an increase in income last year, census officials said. They cautioned, however, that the census changed its methodology in 2014, so they are hesitant to definitively say it's the highest median income ever. Still, they touted the strong gains in the past 2 years as significant. Incomes rose the most from 2014 to 2016 of any 2-year period since the 1960s, CBPP found. This is a really great report card on what the Obama administration accomplished, says Peter Atwater, president of Financial Insights. The challenge for Trump is to make sure incomes keep going up and poverty keeps going down during his tenure. We don't want this to be as good as it gets, Atwater said. Inequality is still vast in America, with big disparities by race and class. Median income for African American households was only $39,490 last year, far lower than $65,041 for whites. Asians fared the best, earning $81,431. The rich also continued to get wealthier, while the nation's poorest families, the bottom 20% who earn $24,000 or less, remain worse off financially than they were in 1999. It's welcome news, but we're not popping champagne corks yet, said economist Elise Gould of the left-leaning Economic Policy Institute. She believes we need a few more years of gains to really say the average American is getting ahead. Julian West, of Phoenix, is a good example of someone whose life dramatically improved last year. For much of the recovery, the only jobs he could find were dead-end ones. He was working for $7.25 an hour, the minimum wage in his state, at car washes and stores such as Dollar Tree. I was really struggling, says West, who was forced to move back in with his parents. In 2016, he went to a temp agency in Phoenix and landed a job paying $18 an hour. It didn't last, but the recruiter at the agency called again and moved him to the job he has now, monitoring car loan payments and repossessions for BB&T Bank. The job pays $16 an hour. He works full-time and often gets several hours of overtime a week, boosting his weekly take-home pay significantly. I'm slowly saving and paying off bills, West, who is now 44, told The Washington Post. He has moved into a small studio apartment now that's he's on track to make over $35,000. It's less than the median, but it's a substantial bump from his minimum wage days. West credits President Barack Obama for helping turn around the economy and lift up workers like him. He didn't vote for President Trump, but he says he's hopeful someone that rich and successful will be able to keep the country on track. I'll be middle class again if I keep my spending to bare bones, West said. Editor's note: are you earning less than you did in 2007 or 2000? The Washington Post would like to hear from you. Email heather.long@washpost.com